Hey there, welcome back to Bright and Rose Strings. This is the viola excerpt from Tchaikovsky's Sixth Symphony, and this excerpt is required for the Colorado All-State Viola Audition 2021-22. So I'll start by playing through the whole excerpt at quarter note equals 114 with the metronome. The tempo range they request is 112 to 116, so I'll pick one right in between. So there's a run-through of the excerpt. For a little bit of history on this piece, this was the last piece that Tchaikovsky wrote. It was written in 1893, and the first performance of it was 9 days before his death. The title, Pathétique, was meant to be passionate or emotional, but when it was translated into the French pathétique, it can come across as meaning more solemn or emotive. So you can think of any of those feelings or characters as you're playing through it. One of the main challenges of this excerpt is getting the bow stroke correct. So at the beginning, I start pianissimo, which is a hard entrance. There, I would recommend you tilt your bow a little bit. To kind of soften the sound, you might want to move your bow a little bit towards the fingerboard. And then when you get to the first set of sixteenths, a pickup into the third measure that you play, the third full measure, those should be sort of off the string and a little bit sautillé. So you might need to do a flatter bow here, a little bit higher in the bow, more middle. So if I start right there, you can see that little bounce. If I go too low, it's hard to control and is too heavy, and because the whole excerpt is supposed to be quiet except for that one crescendo at measure 38, I'd recommend your more mid bow, a little bit flatter hair, and adjust the volume with the weight and the contact point. So that's one of the tricky bow strokes. The other one is when you get to measure 42 and you see the word saltando. That is more of kind of a controlled ricochet. So if I start from the measure after I have the full measure of rest with the mezzo forte, here I am at the saltando. I'm going to lift my bow and then drop it like that. So if I do it again, it keeps going. Throughout that section, when I have 2/16 doubled down, I'm going to do that saltando stroke. That's a tricky one, but you need a little bit of air to drop and then control like that. At the end of the piece, from letter B to the end of this excerpt, one of the challenges is getting the right accidentals. So if I go from letter B to the end slowly, those are hard to play in tune, and they're worth checking to make sure you have the best fingering for you. I hope that helps. Check out my other videos, subscribe to my channel, and good luck with the audition.